Welcome to Denton, Texas, home of the North Texas Mean Green, and the fans have been waiting since early this morning for the clash we have in store. What a matchup we have today. Momentum has been building each and every week, and now these two undefeated teams will square off. The Sooners will boot it away to start the game. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Mean Green offense will take the field, and they'll get this thing underway. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Now the play fake. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And the ball will come to rest just inside the 40-yard line. The Sooners offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. I know what a weapon he is on the outside, but stretching the field against this dude in the secondary will be a challenge.
And just some safeties had it, the awareness, the ability to see the ball to break on the football, and he's one of those guys.
This QB better be looking this safety off. You can't just trust your receiver's going to out-athlete him every time you throw him the ball, because this safety is a different breed.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll give it to the back. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M...
Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. 2nd and goal for the offense. Off play action. Looking to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown Sooners.
Great timing here between the quarterback and receiver. You're down close to the end zone. Ball's got to come out quickly. Receivers got to win quickly, and they were on the same page on that TD.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Now on second and short. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
On the move, he fires. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Picks up the first down, still moving. Quick step and go. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. North Texas will come to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Got it back on second and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. A first down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. This offense has a second down play. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. It's caught downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The give to the tailback. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
The play action fake. They're bringing heat. He'll pull it down. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. And the Sooners decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Offense working from the pistol. Handoff to the lone back. That's a way to get some breathing room. He's got 5 out to the 9-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. At the 20, he's got space. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback on the keeper. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Quarterback will keep it. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's right on target. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Hands it off. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. North Texas will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Denton than you have for what's been a fun first half? And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the 2nd half.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage. Get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
A strike downfield. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And that one will give them the lead.
How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread, don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches, so he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
That last completion sets him up on second down. They'll leave it with him. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They'll ride the hot hand. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Movement here from the tight end. He'll do it himself. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
Offensively, are you going to take 4 to 6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Wide receiver coming across in motion. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They'll run it from the gun. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. North Texas has it going to work with another first down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Feeling some heat. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. They get him on the ground, a 6-yard run in the red zone down to the 11.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football, particularly up the middle. But how about the offense? Does a nice job tossing the ball on the perimeter, going out there, getting some positive yards, trying to get 7. I ain't settling for no field goal.
They get enough rush, and
Bro,
it
get the
takes
fuck out
off
of here.
the sack at the 20.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, went after the quarterback, got him on the ground.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to get to him. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. We'll see how aggressive this defense is with just a few minutes to play. Got his man on the right. At the 35, he's loose. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The Sooners will hustle to the line.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. At the 40, there he goes. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. A 3rd and long here. They can pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. Leaves it with the back. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's a fake, going for the sticks. And they're not going to pick up the first down on the fake field goal. You want to be bold and daring, but sometimes you got to know when to just take the 3. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field. They got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He's past the 30. He's loose. And he scoops out of bounds.
Bro, that's fucking...
Down, gets the clock stopped,
ain't no penalty at all.
Business in plus territory.
And you You see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. It just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
North Texas has it going to work with another first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be
all by himself down the middle. He's inside the 40. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Goes to the knee, and that will wrap it up, and their magical season continues. To be honest, both of these offenses played as if they were waist-deep in mud. Plenty of struggles, and they come up just short in this one.
Definitely a defensive struggle here. So the good news for this team is you like what you saw on that side of the football, guys making plays, but the offense has got to be able to pick it up. You've got to be able to find ways to generate explosive plays and generate points. They couldn't do it.
And it's very frustrating for a defense when you see your offense time and time again not come through. They did their job. Offense next time just has to do a lot better.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.